Well, Sid, thank you so much for taking time to join us today. I'm really grateful to talk with you. And my first question for you is, how did your art become a passion for you?
Well, I was raised in the church, as my whole family was. I like to say, some people say we were there when the doors opened. My father actually opened the doors of the church, so we were there playing the piano or the organ or both from the time I can remember. So I've never known church without the art of music,
Hmm.
and it's always been. I can't imagine being involved in church and not being involved in music. So it was kind of like I didn't really have a choice. I've always been a musician since I was very small, and you always made music at church.
Hmm. Amen. How does your faith, and this is very connected for you, how does your faith inform your music and your art?
Well, I believe very much that we are created in God's image, and if that's true, which I believe that it is, then we are ourselves creators. And I'm very happy to be at a church where they've taken the arts seriously for a very long time, way before I got there. Um, and we experience creativity through a really broad range of artistic expression. um, I think probably one of the most dynamic ways that I see that happening is we have a little theater at our church, and we do a lot of theater, a lot of stage, either musicals or plays. And particularly with young people, I think it's very. I'm, I don't think I'm sticking my neck out to say I don't think I've seen anything any more transformational for young people than theater, especially theater within a church setting.
Hmm.
And it allows them to discover what they can do, find strengths and confidence they didn't know they had, um, and just really blossom that way. So, and my favorite thing is working with young people.
Hmm.
I have said I want to be the oldest living youth choir director, and then I realized how stupid that is. If you're the oldest youth choir director, you chances are you're living. So it's a little bit redundant. But so I really enjoy working with young people and helping them explore their creativity through music and through being on stage.
That's
So
wonderful.
we live into that.
So, how do you know God the Creator more deeply through being an artist?
I can't separate the two. I can't separate the deity from um, artistic expression. It's not like um, I don't know exactly quite how to say this. It's not just an aspect of God. Creativity is such a part of God for me, and such a part of faith. And I'm very fortunate to have some really good friends who have shown me how to find the sacred in everything.
Mm.
I think if we begin to compartmentalize and say God is in this, God is not in this, then it just leads us down a wrong path. But I have witnessed so many lives turned around and people finding themselves through expressing themselves as artists. And it's interesting too, because if you say to a young person, um, do you consider yourself to be an artist? Probably chances are they're going to say no. And that makes me sad, because I believe the artist lives in all of us, and the ability
Mm.
to be creative lives in all of us. We just express it in different ways. But at St. Luke's, we have a gallery, we have the theater, which uh, I have to be careful and not sound like I am boasting about that. I had nothing to do with that being built that way. Uh, but through those avenues, I have seen lives changed for a very long time. I've been there 25 years this year,
Mm.
and it has never failed to amaze me.
Amen. Well, thank you, Sid, for taking the time to share with us. I know you're going to be an inspiration for many.
Well, thank you so much, and thanks for inviting me.